You got me hypnotized. You got me on my mind. Let's do a little bit of a Sean Paul. Little bit of Sean Paul. Uh, okay. Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Welcome to the show. The Tower. Okay, they're doing well. Having a wonderful day on the 29th November 2024. It is a beautiful day outside. It is cold AF. So, gonna be filming the. What the heck? What the heck? What the actual heck? We have a mission with a nuke. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I don't think I've ever had a mission with a nuke. So this is kind of cool. But you're not here for that. You're here for some nature corn, I guess. So let's begin with the video. I put like this. That way it does a better job. Okay. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Hope you guys are doing okay. Hope you guys are doing well. We have our snack of the morning. We're about to go to work. I have to film a couple of videos, but no, I want you guys to get the full song. If you're listening, if you're listening to this and you're not gonna be in a good mood, I don't know what it takes. Maybe some smooches that you're gonna get after 3 hours. We have a not so much of a beautiful sunrise this morning, but we're here. We're making content, and if anything, we're doing the Lord's work, Lord Vendetta. Who is a lord of his own universe, which is actually pretty big, but hey, who's counting? The funny thing is, you can tell this nature is actually kind of cool. So you can tell here, there's water. Now this water, right? You can tell the water, right? The water is because yesterday it was freaking raining. But if you look at it, look what you're getting. So this is water, right? Here it's water. Beneath, what do we have here? We have a little something special. Okay, so it's only really here. It's ice. And if you look at the floor of the balcony, it is quite slippery. Now, do me a favor. Please do me a favor. Don't stand on the slippery balcony. Right? I know I grew up watching Jackass, but that's a bit extreme. That seemed like this wild boy. Okay. Shield. She got me hypnotized. La 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 la. La 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 la. I don't want to listen to that song again and again and again. Okay, you wanna listen to that song? That's fine. But it's completely fine. About the way tomorrow I shall fight today. You know I don't give a fuck what you think and say, 'cause we're gonna be full anyway. You better get about the way. Tomorrow I will fight today. Take my hand, let's go. Okay, so we got a couple of songs I can sing. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do Sean Paul. Sean Paul. Okay, I'm gonna do Sean. Hello, owl. Always on my mind is a song, right? Always on my mind. Give me this song. Give me the song, dude. Give me She Doesn't Mind. That's the song. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna go in. Get me some of that music. Lying on the wall. Wake up, grab here, shield here, put on some scene here. Gotta catch on for my mom. Wake up, breakups. When my girlfriend took a banks left. I'm on tags on that. Okay. I need you. No, I need you to do line. She doesn't mind. It doesn't mind. Please, dude. I need you on Monster. Monster, please connect. Please, can you connect? We're Gucci. Don't blink, it's your boy Yank. Welcome to the show. Welcome to this tower of the 29th November 2024. We have a stone pack, but we're not gonna buy the stone pack. It's gonna be the first time since we started playing these two games that we're not buying the stone pack. It is $500 a month. Your boy cannot afford it. I apologize. I am sorry. No way, Jose. We're gonna be getting stone the good old way, which is tournament and a milestone. Okay, so now I have to do the sword. Sword. I kind of want to listen to music. Sean Paul, she doesn't mind. Oh, I have to download it. Okay. I have to download it illegally. Oh no. Oh, somebody stopped me. Somebody sent the cop. Okay. Let's get some speakers. Let's get some headphones. And get copyrighted. You got me hypnotized. There you go, downloading. So we're gonna be listening to Sean Paul, She Doesn't Mind. Actually, a pretty good song. Okay, so. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, oh, whoa, 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 alright. I know that was the thought, nothing mine, it doesn't mind, it doesn't mind, that is alright. I'm tired. No, they still alive. No, they're still mine. They see you dancing, got me hypnotized. Mine, I broke. Got you so high that you never lie. And I do nothing right. Mine, shit doesn't mind. Doesn't mind. I got you so high. No, you lie. Don't blink. It's your boy Ying. Welcome to the show. We're sitting all on this 29 November 2024. We just woke up, as you can tell. I don't have my face full of makeup. I know what you say. Hey, you look the same the whole day. I can't say. Today we're in this good mood. You know why? Because we're alive. We're breathing. We should be enough. You see? It's kind of funny because right now we're filming video. It is, and I don't mean to be motivational or at least a fucking let me school ya, let me teach ya, or it doesn't matter what I'm not trying to do, right? It matters what I'm trying to do. And don't mind at all. Sean Paul, she doesn't mind when I lie. And what to lie. It's a good song, Sean Paul, baby. So we woke up today and we feel alive, and you see, it is -2 degrees right now, and it's cold as fuck, but we're having a good morning. This is the best way to wake up. It's like a cold shower. I got my snacks, ras, va, uno, joy, and on you know what we do at 5, which is reading. And yeah, this is my morning. It's gonna be amazing. Then I'm gonna go to work. And I know what you're saying, oh, work, right? But guess what? Tomorrow I'm off. The day after tomorrow I'm also off. So it's kind of cool. And that's actually pretty cool, you know? Actually pretty cool. So that's pretty much it. And guess what? We're in a good mood. And I want to wish you the best of days. And I know you may not be in a good mood. I know you may be in pain. But guess what? Tomorrow, something's gonna happen that's crazy. Tomorrow something is gonna happen that's crazy, and it's gonna be exactly this: the sunrise, right? And then tomorrow night, the sun is gonna set, right? And if anything, you understand that there's a train in life, right? And it's gonna stop at multiple stops, right? First stop, sunrise. Second stop, sunset. You get 2 stops per day, right? And then you're gonna find the place that you belong. You're gonna find the stop that you should get off on. And guess what? It's a simple train ride. Sometimes it's bumpy, sometimes it's not. All that matters is in here. And in here, you're the king of your domain. You're the queen of your domain. Just take it day by day. Breathe. Wake up. Fall asleep. Have fun. How you want. How you can. And that's pretty much it. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Wake up, grab gear, shave beard, put on some scene gear, gotta get chunk from my mom, wake up, break up with my girlfriend, suck a bank slots, I'm on tag, on banks, been slipping on, buzz bag, since then, so if I don't lose it, I'm gonna move it, everybody gets do it, let's get this party started, let's keep them 40s popping, so just can't bop to see my double, keep them panties dropping, when I start drinking, my drink does all my thinking. Always want to be seen with me, and I like their big thick titties. Team cups is extra feeling. Take it down, let me lick it quickly. Calm down, it's just a hickey. You don't know Hollywood Undead. You're not a fan of Hollywood Undead. Weird. Don't blink, it's your boy. Welcome to the show. Because I'm doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day. On the 29th. November, it is cold as fuck outside, but we're out here living the best life we possibly can, and that should be enough. You might think that I have a lot of energy right now, but you fail to see these, which means that I just woke up. So today I decided to do the plunge, to dive in, to do the do. And what does do the do means? It's Sean Paul. She doesn't mind. We do the do. We do the Mountain Dew. And I had a Mountain Dew, bro. I found this guy yesterday, right? So and it's such a what you call it? It's not preconceived notion, prejudice, right? That gamers drink Mountain Dew. And yesterday there was a big gaming event. You can ask me what, but this guy that was winning, his teammate brought him Mountain Dew, right? You know, they all night. Okay, way you dance, you got me in a trance. Don't mind at all. Oh, I didn't know you lied. I know that's it alright. And his friend brought him in Mountain Dew, which is the classic. And then he had his first Mountain Dew, and he was happy because that was a big moment for him. It was a gamer moment for him, and he hugged his friend, and it was very wholesome moment. And just how much of a good, like, I was looking at Logan Paul, a fucking asshole, allegedly, promoting Prime and saying, yo, this is how I promote Prime. No. You promote a drink with moments like this that are wholesome. So because of that, we went out and actually buy some Mountain Dew, right? Which basically makes us a slut for capitalistic values. Oh well. And we decided to taste a Mountain Dew, and I wanted to get some energy. So we went to Kickstart, which is the energy version of the Mountain Dew. We're gonna go with Orange Agro, right? Which is basically orange citrus. I think you got me in a trance. Don't mind at all. I got this alright. No, you lie. Mountain Dew, baby, let's go. There's no description, which I usually like with my drinks, with my product that I'm tasting. And usually what I like to do is either a backstory, right? Or a description. If I'm not, I'm gonna talk about a wholesome moment. I'm in a good mood today. Why? Because I'm alive and I'm breathing. That's all I ever needed. That's all you ever needed. Without further ado, and she doesn't mind. Oh, her eyes. It's cold as fuck again this morning. Because it's cold as fuck, the scan is cold as fuck. Okay, first test. Smelling taste activated. Very citrusy. smells actually really good. It smells like I mean it is in most positive way. There's as a kid, right? Um, my father went on a health kick, right? On a health kick. So every single morning I had to eat a ball of nuts. Nut is nuts, thank God. Little bit of an inappropriated joke, but hey, I'm Canadian, right? And I had a ton of pills to take, like omega 3. I had to take a vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E. I had to take a bunch of pills because he wanted me to be as healthy as possible, which is sucking because I already didn't like taking the Concerta or the ADHD medication. I got ADHD, didn't notice, and it just made me dislike taking pills a little bit more. So now I have this, not necessarily this phobia, but I have this dislike to take pills. One of the pills I did like taking was the vitamin C because it was like a small capsule that you could crunch, and it was this huge taste of orange in there, and that's pretty much what I'm smelling. That caffeine. Now, the most important part, right? The part to rule them all, the sense to rule them all, taste. Wow, look at this. Look at this. Aren't you so right? At the end of your life. Is alright. Yes, I just right. Until nothing of the mind. Yes, just the mind. It doesn't mind. Beautiful sunset. Before sunrise. So it tastes pretty good. It's funny because it's the kind of thing, the perfect, not necessarily balance, but there's a very strong, a very, very, very strong taste of in between. You got this on downside, you don't need this too large, you don't need ends all night. I got a really strong taste between the orange crush, which is a soft drink, and the orange juice. My little issue is I don't really know the blend of the Mountain Dew, so it's not hard to say, oh, I really think the blend, there's really a nice harmony. The drink tastes good, so it doesn't really matter, right? You know, it doesn't mind. She doesn't mind. It's really good. I could actually drink this now. Level caffeine wise, I don't know if it would work. I kind of need my energy drink in the morning. I think I risk by drinking something that I don't know if I'm gonna carry me through the day. Now, technically, do I need this to carry me through the day? No, I think I'll survive. I'll be fine. But still, that's actually pretty good. I mean, in a way, it's actually pretty boring, but in the best of ways. So, what I mean by it's boring in the best of ways is it's tasting exactly what you buy. There's no special flavor. The Mountain Dew, as I said, the blending, the way I had a not necessarily an issue with it, but I mean the comments is because usually there's a nice harmony. The energy blend is gonna be either extra lie, not too long lie. The song. Usually it's gonna be a nice little bitterness or a little sourness. It's gonna be harmonizing. But the Mountain Dew is sweet. The citrus, it's sweet. Again, the same thing, but it's actually pretty good. I think my biggest ick with the drink is you could serve me this as a juice and I would say, oh, that's a good juice, right? Just not this specific sensation of an energy drink, but it's actually pretty good. Anyway, love the ice, take it easy. Peace. You're alive. You're breathing. The rest is suplex. Oh wow. You're so right, but I don't know you lie. Lie. Don't blink at your boy. We'll talk to another show from another video. Something off because I'm having a wonderful morning on the 29th November 2024. I look tired, so here's a little bit of a what did my music stop? Oh, we have to put back the music because that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Why is it stopping? Debug. There you go. We're listening to Sean Paul. She doesn't mind, which actually stops 1 second. Ah, there you go. And then we have the beautiful sunrise. We're sipping on Mountain Dew. But you're not here for that. You're here for a day of Asian snacks now. Because we're absolute gangster, we decided to take two tests. Now, I want you to believe when I'm telling you that I'm a big gangster that doesn't follow the rules. I want to decide that we're gonna do it taste two, and I do not want you to believe. I don't want you to believe that it is because it is the 24th, 10, 10 best before, or that is best before the 9/17. Yes, we bought those snacks in the summer, so we kind of have to finish it. And I'm actually happy. So we have the first one, which I don't know what it's supposed to be. I'm seeing potatoes. I'm thinking it's potato. It might be eggs. I don't have my glasses this morning. We have a little frog, a little police frog, which inspired me a deep trust in the society and the justice system of society. We have a little bit of a undisclosed description, undisclosed message. Yeah, I'm excited. Without further ado, love, no, not spread. I don't know if it's just for smell. I can tell already what it is. It's potato. Um, yeah, it's a bit of maybe some potato, maybe some corn. There's possibly a lot of spices. A lot of salt vinegar. So, okay. mm. Oh yeah. Really nice. Mmm. Really nice. Oh yeah. Let us die. When from meet guys at night. You're done. She got me in a trance. Okay. Good taste for you. It's quite interesting, you know? And that's what I was looking for with the Asian snack. Something different. Give me something that's fucking different. Is it good? It's okay. And I don't think it's great. I don't think it's bad either. But the taste. Super simple. We have this classic corn puff, which we tasted 8,000 times in our lifetime. Right? But it tastes actually quite nice. So the vinegar doesn't really taste like vinegar. Now what you're saying, it doesn't make sense. It's more so a pickled flavor. So you're gonna have pickled cucumbers, pickled pickle, I guess. Pickled carrots, pickled onion, right? That's actually the taste that you're tasting. And it's actually quite simple. I'm tasting a lot of onions, which is possibly the spice that we see on top. I don't think it's spices. I don't think it's herbs. I think it's a green onion. It's got this toy. I mean, there's a night where you dance. You got me in a trance. Oh, man. Really good. I mean, it's not because. How can I put this? I'm tempted to say nothing special. I'm tempted to say nothing special. And it's not because they're not good. They're actually good, but there's nothing like wow. There's not the inked factor. But it's actually pretty good. And I don't think I would get that anywhere else in Montreal. So, a nice little taste that is foreign. We have the fried potato. The next one. What I really like is the USA. Why? Well, I really like this little guy too. Why do I like the USA? It's quite simple. For us, Montrealer, when we eat Chinese food, it is Chinese food. For Chinese people eating Chinese food, it is food, right? So, it's kind of cool for us to be tasting food that's foreign. Kind of cool to see foreign, not necessarily imitate, but inspire themselves from foreign countries. So, kind of cool. This for them is the American snack, right? Which is cool. Wow, okay. No, you lie. Smells really good. Very, I don't know, like fried, but like the fried potato, actually. Okay. So these are really, 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 really nice. They're not nice for the reason that you want. They're not nice for the reason that you want, and I'm gonna be completely honest. Those are really good. I'm ready to get another one. You got these. That's what. Oh shit! This is what it looks like. Right? 12 seconds rule. The reason why I have a little bit of a problem with it. Mmm. So fucking good. Mmm. Mmm. Wow. Mmm. Maybe I have a problem with it. I do have a problem with it. You know what my favorite snack is? The shrimp crackers. This is the exact same batter as the shrimp crackers. The exact same batters as a lobster cracker, a prawn cracker. It's really good. It's really nice, right? But my it's actually really good. My problem is I went to Cancun, right? To cook. I was a cooking class. We did a internship in Cancun, and in Cancun they're very strong on espuma de papas. Now, what is espuma de papas? That's the right example. You take the papas, which is potato, right? You boil them, you put cream, and then you blend the whole thing. Now, this is cream of potato. This is espuma de papas, right? That's exactly what it is. So they took espuma de papas, they added some salt and pepper, which is, and then they put it in a plastic bag, and they pushed it, and then they fried it. They fried it in a little cream. Now, ultimately speaking, it's a simple recipe. It's a really good recipe, but it kind of defeats the whole purpose of having a foreign snack, because it is something that we tasted before. Now, I know what you're saying. In Canadian culture and American culture is actually pretty similar. You're right. Maybe that's why. The taste is good. Like, I wanted something a bit more, I don't know, a bit crazier. They're good, don't get me wrong, but just a little bit on the boring side. Espuma de papas is one of my favorite meal. When I went to Cancun, right? People were abusive. So what happened was there was a okay, it's a long story, but it's a cool story. It's a really cool story. So I did a cooking class, right? Realized it was way too different. I liked the class in itself, but working on a line of cook, it was too much for me. It was too much stress. It was too much. I would go crazy, right? When they did, it was like, okay, well, Ink, you're a bit too slow for the rest of the group. We're gonna put you in the baking class. You're good when it comes to theory. When it comes to you following order, you're actually pretty good. Go figure. And we're gonna put you in bakery. So in bakery, I really did well. Which was really fun. In bakery, we did a course that was 6 months. And then after a year, they invited me because, okay, it's complicated, but but they were telling me like, yo, we need to sell chocolate to finance our travel, right? And because I helped out a lot, I was a good seller. But most of all, it was because I was the one that was saying yes. I went there more than the people that were in the class, so I would go to the class for bakery, and that's why I listened to a lot of Mac Miller, and that's why you know that I'm so close to Mac Miller, because at that time I was obsessed with him, and I would do 4 or 5 hours of bus every single day, you know. So at the end we ended up being in the hotel. The hotel was kind of like a exchange of students. It was like, okay, well, you're gonna help us, right? But it's not gonna be you're gonna help us. It's gonna be an internship, but it's more so a vacation, right? You're here to help out, but if you don't help out, it's okay, right? Kind of type deal. Now, me, I was like, okay, well, I'm really liking them. They're nice people, you know. And they were. It was a shame. It was a big shame because in that situation, the students of my class didn't give a shit about the culture, and they were trying to share the culture. They were trying to be nice with us, but no, didn't happen, and it kind of sucks because you could have gotten more from the experience if you. Anyway, doesn't matter. So they would cook food, right? And they would say, "Hey, what do you want?" And people in my class really, really took advantage of the situation. They would order fucking truffle omelet, or they would order a piece of steaks, which is expensive. And I know the hotel is making a lot of money, but doesn't mean that you're gonna eat the most expensive item on the menu for free, right? And for me, I would always take the Espo de Papas. And at the end of the trip, I don't know if I was respectful, I don't know if I worked well, I don't know why, but I was the only one that got the recipe for the Espo de Papas. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's a good story. Anyway, love you guys, take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, it's your boy. Welcome to another show. Is it doing well? Because I'm having a wonderful 29% November 2024. Is that right? I clearly need more caffeine, which is kind of the aesthetic of the video today. And it's waking up early, going back to working. I want to talk about this internship that I did in Cancun because it's a really good memories in my mind. It's a really good memories, and you see, I always talk about how the apartment made me a better person. It made me used to being alone. It made me used to being on my own. And it made me used to being in control of my own. Like, for example, I came from a background of very, not necessarily controlling, but very involved parents, which I mentioned in multiple videos, right? So, the trip to Cancun, actually a really good story. I don't talk about it a lot because I don't see the importance, but you see, I was eating a snack that tasted like something I tasted there. And I was talking about the story, and by talking about the story, I realized how important it was. So, I was, this is actually a cool story. It's gonna be a long story, so grab a snack, grab something to drink, and sit back and relax, play a video game. This is just gonna be talking. It's not gonna be a super nice. This is a sunset. We already had the climax. The sunrise, now that the climax, I already came. The song I'm gonna sing too, Sean Paul, she doesn't mind. I went to school. Duh. I went to high school, I finished high school. My father was like, yo, you're gonna go to school, you're gonna work, but you're not gonna do anything, so otherwise I'm gonna kick you out. And then I thought it was bluffing, I didn't do anything, he kicked me out. My mom, she had me for a year, and that year was a special year. It was a year where I was alone, I was allowed to be on my own, I was allowed to do whatever I wanted. It was a really cool year. You know, I'm extremely lucky, I had amazing parents. My parents were actually strict, right? And it's amazing because a lot of people in my class or in my school, in the high school, they were saying, I wanted to take a year off, travel the world or do a trip or just have fun, right? After high school. And I actually had it this year. I actually had it. Now, I was gaming, I was eating junk food. It was fantastic, right? Now, to say a year that I lost, but it's a year of break. And after a while, my mom started putting, that's not necessarily pressure, but she's like, Steph, I don't think a class, it would be good for you to take a class. I don't need you to work, but at least please take a class. And I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, right? And see, I was raised by my father. My mom was around for sure, but my mom had me 2 days out of 14, which there's only so much you can do in 2 days out of 14, which is kind of normal, right? My mom, she didn't have me much, and trust me, when she had me, she did the best she can. But it was more so my father that raised me. And you guys, I've told you time and time and again, I told you at least 10 times in different video. Oh yeah, and the 27,000 video we did, at least 10 times. Me and my father, we didn't have a lot in common. My father was this really weird person where I would not necessarily worship him, but he was definitely my role model. I loved him. I wanted to be like him. I wanted to emulate him. But he was a very hard man to approach. My father was either talking about his work or working on his garden. So very reserved person versus a person that is extremely extroverted, which is myself, right? And we didn't have a lot in common. My father liked cars. I didn't like cars. My father liked politics. I kind of liked politics, but even as a kid, I knew that there was something. Oh, it's funny. My father liked politics, but like complaining about politics, which is very Canadian, very Quebecois. Always about, yo, this is a lie. They're trying to distract you from something else, right? And my father took pleasure in that, took a cynic pleasure in that. And I was like, why are you watching this if you know that it's not bullshit? It didn't make sense to me. I was also a gamer, and my father was like, fuck your game, go play outside, right? I was like, nah. My father is an amazing man. My father is still my role model. Fucking love my father, but my father is very set in his way, very very stubborn. My father, I took classes as a kid to swim. The reason why we took classes to swim was because he couldn't swim, right? And I learned English, and always he was solid, talking to his friend about how proud of me he was that I was bilingual. That's the first time where he actually bragged about me. Like my son speak perfect English, not perfect English. But close, I guess. Jag är den som tar medans online. Känner the way she then you got me in a trance. Sean Paul. And my father would always be like, it's a really cute thing. When you're gonna see that, and it's kind of a bit of a disrespect, but I don't mean it as a disrespect. When you're gonna get older, you're gonna realize that your parents start to be cute. Like they start to need your help. Their world is changing and they don't change, and they're kind of naive versus the world that is happening in front of them. They want to help them change. Like for example, I was talking with my mom yesterday about work. There was a situation at work and she doesn't understand, and I have to take kind of hold her hand and say, "This is what happened, mom. This is how it works, right?" Not because she's dumb, but because she's not used to shit like that. She's from a different era. That's not important. So my father, in a sense, was like, "Hey, I'm proud of you for learning English, and my son learned English, so I should be able to learn English." My father was like, "No, I don't give a fuck." It is a French household. My father, the nicest thing was like, you could talk to him in English, he would understand. There was time when he didn't understand, and you would ask him, "Dad, do you understand?" He's like, "Yeah, I understood," but he didn't. So you had to repeat it in French, and the way I would do it, which it kind of manipulation, but yeah, no, I meant it in a good way. I would repeat what the person said in French and say, "Is this what he said?" My father would say, "Yeah, that's what he said. That's exactly what he said." That's what my way to help him. So my father, one of the only things that we had in common was we like cooking shows. And back then, my father is this amazing person that is tough, is really tough, right? But then you're gonna be watching a movie, you're gonna be watching a sad story, and you're gonna see him cry. And if you look at him, he's gonna hide his face, but you can hear him crying, you know? One of the shows that we liked watching was MasterChef. MasterChef, we love watching MasterChef. We loved it. And MasterChef was this amazing show where you had people, and it was such a good show. It was a show where you had people making dish, and they all had this passion for food. They all had this dream for food. They all wanted to be chef. They were all chefing themselves. And me and my father would watch that. And it's funny because we watched MasterChef Australia, which we didn't give a shit about Australia. Sorry, but which was the fact that it was about cooking. And I listened to that show for 3 years. So when I went to my mom's house, I was watching that show with my mom too. I was watching the show, and it was again MasterChef Australia. I think it was one of the first good MasterChef. It was still a very good show. My mom is actually quite insightful. My mom for guessing things or discovering things or even having ideas, she's actually really cool for that. She's actually really good. See, again, a long story, but ADHD, which I have, surprisingly I know, it's hereditary. So a parent gave it to me, and it's clearly my mom, and I love my mom. I'm not mad at her for that, but it's clearly my mom. See, when I make content, a lot of people say, "Hey, how do you get inspiration? How do you make so many videos?" Well, I have ID pops up. My mom, she's the same way. So, for example, my mom, she's like, "Yo, why don't you take a course about photography?" And at first I was like, "Man, it's a fucking good idea. I like presenting stuff. I'm good with the camera. I like the camera. I could be taking photography, and it would be good for the content, right?" Or back in those days, she told me about a course, and that course was about cooking, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure." In the cooking, I had a lot of fun. I wasn't great, but I wasn't the worst cook. I wasn't the worst cook, right? So we go in, and it was nice. I liked it, right? And the theory went well. The theory went well. The practice went well. Until everything went well until one day where we started doing the line cooking. So the line cooking is okay. You got an order, and because you have an order, well, you have Stefan, which is my real name, you have to do this. Victor, you have to do this. Vincent, you have to do this. Whatever. And that's when I had a problem. When there was a time pressure, when there was a time management skills, I completely fucked up. So they said, "Listen, I get that you like cooking, but you're clearly more talented than theory than anything else." And the teacher took me apart, and the teacher was a really good person. A lot of people they didn't like him because he was a bit of a shady guy, a bit of crook. So this guy, why he was a bit of a crook? Super simple. This guy would actually go, for example, right? I have to tell the story after, but for example, his wife ended up being one of his students, right? Which wasn't allowed, but fuck it. Or what he would do, he would do, for example, right? There was a meal that was being sent back to the kitchen, and they were saying, okay, well, give that food to somebody else, right? To another table, make a new table. So and we would save on money, which is not you're not supposed to do. But again, it was in charge. He was a chef. He was the chef of the brigade, right? So he was a bit of a shady character, but it was in my mind. In my mind, I didn't see it as shady. See, I grew up watching Kenny versus Penny, and Kenny was also like that. He was shady, but there was a reason for the shadiness. He wasn't trying to hurt people, and I could tell that the chef was trying to put himself first, but not necessarily trying to hurt people. And he took me apart, and I kind of like that guy. I really liked him, and he said, "Listen, it's hard for you in line, but I can see potential in you. I would try bakery. Try for 2 weeks, right? And if you try for 2 weeks, then it's you come back to you don't like it, you come back to cooking." And I actually went to bakery, and I have a diploma in bakery, and I really like bakery. Bakery was this fantastic thing where you would cook, you would do your preps, you would wait a little bit, you would cook, then you would wait a little bit. So when you had things to do, it was really it's kind of cool. Bakery is actually really fun. Is when you have to work, you really have to work. There's a lot of breaks where you're waiting for stuff. You're waiting for the food to get cooked. You're waiting for the bread to the dough to elevate. So you want to know why the dough elevates? Because in your dough there's yeast. Yeast gets killed by salt. Salt killing the yeast, it develop a gas, and this is why your bread is puffy. Kind of cool, huh? Yeah, so I was really in love with that, and I was like, okay, let's try it. But again, I think he was manipulating me, but it's fine. I was also told I was a bestseller. The real reason was that I was the only guy that says yes. I would say yes. So what would happen is we need to finance a trip to Cancun, because in the beginning of the year, they were talking about, oh, we're gonna go to Cancun, we're gonna go to Cancun, we're gonna go to Cancun, right? And this was a huge scam from the teacher himself. The teacher was like, yo, I want to have 1,000 per students. We were 30. I was like, okay, well, guess what? 30 people, that's 30,000. That's more than enough for a trip, right? Well, not so much, because we used to sell chocolate. So he would tell me you're the best seller, right? And I actually like selling. I actually really like selling. He said, I need you, I need you, I need you. Now, the reality is I was the only guy that was saying yes, the only guy. Now, you could say it as a way of was manipulating you, but even though he was manipulating me, this guy actually cared about me, and there's a couple of reasons for that. I'm certain he was caring about me because he would take me to serve to not necessarily to a restaurant, but we would have a service during a concert, during a wedding. We were serving food, right? And because we were serving food, you were like, okay, Ink, I need you, come here. And what I would do is I would just place the plate. I wouldn't cook, but I was placing the plate. And he was like, yo, I'm happy that, he didn't say yo, but he said, I was happy that I got the experience. Now, again, he could have been using me, but I believe in what he said, I'm happy that you got the experience to be in a real kitchen. And even then, this is what I mean by he was a bit of a shady. Again, super respectful guy. I respect him a lot, but he was shady. So, for example, what he would do, I would go to a service, right? And he would say, hey, don't worry about school tomorrow. You don't have to go. I'll talk to your teacher. But no, I wasn't in class for baking. I wasn't in class for cooking. So although it was nice for him to make me be able to skip school, I didn't want to skip school, you know? So yeah, so that's what happened. And we went to, and it's funny because I was selling chocolate, right? And I don't even remember why I talked about this. Oh yeah, I remember. And I was selling chocolate, and I was actually good because it's funny because you would put me with people, and it's kind of funny because with the people you would put me in, those people were forced to go. So it was like, okay, well, we need some funds for the Cancun trip. You have to do it. And the course was a year long. So at first, of course, everybody says, I'm volunteering. But it was 5 nights a week. 5 nights a week for 48 weeks, right? So basically, right. 240 240 nights, and I went there at least 60 times, which is every single week, one time a week. It would put me with people at first, like the volunteer. And then I started noticing that those people, they want to be there. And what's funny is we had a guy, right, who couldn't sell, and he asked me, "Yo, I want to sell. Please let me do it." I'm like, "Okay, bro, no problem. If you want to try to sell, you want to try to sell." But I can tell the people, and again, I'm not judging, I'm not being an asshole, but I could tell that this guy had a really hard time selling. He had a really hard time trying to push the product. And again, that's not his fault. Yeah, some people are more talented than others. And we did 3 tables, right? And we did 3 tables because he wanted to do it, and we sold nothing. Now, usually I had a pretty good score. I had a table out of 2 buy something from me. Like, dude, and it's kind of a bitch move. Personally, when I was there, I didn't think I was gonna go to Cancun. It wasn't specified that you're gonna go to Cancun. Then I was like, dude, I kind of did 2 hours of bus to come here. I'm gonna have to do 2 hours of bus to go back. I had school today, so I did 4 hours total, right? No, sorry, I had an hour and a half, something like that. I don't remember. And I did a lot of bus time today. A lot of bus time. I didn't come here to come back empty-handed, so I started selling. And of course, when I started selling, we sold a lot more. And then he got mad at me at the end and said, "Oh, I was supposed to sell." And I was like, "I know, but I wanted to sell, you know?" And the funny thing is, we had the Cancun trip, which was really nice. I went to Cancun for a month. The beach, the fun, it was really fun. It was really fun for me, but it wasn't fun for the people getting us. So what was intended was a student exchange. So they would pay the teacher for us to come, but it was more so a intern. So it wasn't full salary. It was like half a salary. Okay, for students, which is 15 full salary to pay for the VLF, to pay for the trip, and it was really nice. It was really good memories. I had my 20th birthday there. The funny thing, this is actually a crazy story. So we were there on the 28th of December, and we left for the 28th of January. My birthday is the 22nd of January. So I had my birthday there. And the funniest thing is we celebrated the New Year's there before we start working. We were working the 2nd, and we were celebrating on the 1st. And we partied with some people. With some people that are native from Cuba, from Cancun. I'm so sorry, from Cancun, because I'm watching Dexter also, which talks about Cuba. And we partied with those people. And the next day we went to the first day of work, and those were the people we partied with, which was phenomenal. The problem with the Cancun crew was they were really trying. They were so fucking nice. They were so fucking nice, really chill people. The problem with the Cancun people was they were trying to be, hey, this is Cancun. This is our culture. Please, like, not be open to it. Like, we're here to share our culture. It felt more so like a cultural trip than a cooking trip. So this is traditional Cancun cooking, and a lot of people didn't care. I was happy because I was getting to learn Spanish for free. I was like, okay, well, I'm here. I'm not gonna go anywhere. I might as well learn something, you know. And it's funny because my best friend Tommy over here, in a competition, and in a month, I did 116 hours, and Tommy did 115. He won the 2 top. So we got a little like certificate for that, right? I was the first place, and he was second place. I think the third place also got one, but I don't remember. And the funny thing is, they were nicer to me because I was actually open to culture. They were really nice to me. Like, for example, they gave me a lot of recipes, which they didn't give other students, because the other students, without being disrespectful, the second they learned that the second that they learned that they were gonna cook for us, they were like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna get some steak. I'm gonna get some truffle omelet, which is very expensive, right?" And I was like, "No, I like the cream of potato, which is a soup, which is actually really good." It's soups. What you do is you boil potato, take out the skin, you put them in a blender. You add some cream, you add some salt and pepper, and that's it. That's a crema de papas, potato cream soup. It is delicious. That's pretty much it. And yeah, it was a good time. The whole story was, I don't think about the whole plan for this video was that, and again, that was my first trip. and I was on my own. Well, I was on my own with class, so we had two houses. We had a house of dudes and a house of girls. And bro, it was really nice. It was really nice. It was like, yo, we have to live together. We were roommates. Let's figure it out. So even though I never had a roommate, I had the roommate experience, right? Which is sausage fest, but it was still a roommate experience. It was actually quite nice. The reason why I talk about this is I often talk about how the apartment made me the person I am today, made me a man, which I mean an adult, right? I mean like, an adult. And the cool thing with the actual the actual classes in the school, it was very far. So I lived in West Island, and I had to go to to Castle Valley, which was in P9, no, Montreal North. Yeah, Montreal North. So I had to take a bus to get me to the. That was like 40 minutes to get me to the metro station. I would start from Côte-Vertu and I would go all the way to Henri Bourassa, which was one of the furthest away. I would do the whole line, and then I had to do another buses, but that bus was small. It was like 10 minutes, and I would go to school, right? So I would do easily like an hour 45, 2 hours every single day. Back then another 2 hours Fort. So and it was nice because it was for the first time I was kind of away from the parents, and it's kind of cool. It was really nice because I don't drive. I was always a passenger. And it's nice. I like seeing where I'm going. I like seeing the nature. For example, when I was on bike, I was always looking at nature, you know? And it was cool because for 2 hours I could be alone. I could have my thoughts. This was me time, which I never had. It was always like, oh, family time, where you have to listen to your parents, or I was always gaming. So I was stuck in a position where I couldn't do anything. Now, technically, I could have gamed, right? Technically, I should have gamed, but I didn't. It doesn't matter why. I could have. And yeah, I was just dumb because I didn't do it. But on the positive note, I feel like on a positive note, right? I discovered Mac Miller, and Mac Miller was fucking the only guy I listened to. He had a lot of music out, so I would listen to him only for like a year. 4 hours a day, and it was one of the best time of my life. And again, it wasn't the best time of my life because I was doing the bus. It was one of the best time of my life because I was doing whatever I wanted, and I had free time and I had me time. And when you have me time, it's more so the me time is, it's more so in the vibe of I'm in the bus, right? I can't do shit. I cannot do shit, right? And I'm on my own, and I got music, yes, and I got nature, but every single day it's the same nature. So at the beginning you focus on nature, and then after that you focus on the music. And then for a year, like, you start thinking about life, and you start focusing about life. And I was always very, very in my imagination, or very like, I don't need to think. There's fucking stimulant over there with ADHD. So for example, there's a show, I'm gonna watch a show, fuck thinking. There's a game, I'm going to watch a game, fuck thinking, right? But in the bus, you have to think. And it's the first time that I started thinking about life in itself, right? Now, I don't know what I was thinking about, but it's still important. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I think it was beneficial. It was very beneficial. There's one of the hardest battles that I had to do. One of the hardest battles. You think it's depression, it's not depression. You think I was getting bullied, it's not getting bullied. You think it's making content every single day, no, that's the easiest thing I ever did. The hardest thing that I had to do was becoming self-sufficient, being okay on my own, right? I remember this funny part, this really, really funny story. My mom, in the winter, she would be like, ink, and bless her heart, she didn't want me she didn't trust me to be alone in the house, which she's still be babying. So she was like, hey, you can't be alone in the house. You can't be somewhere else, you can't be alone in the house. Now, we live close to a McDonald's, so in her mind, I was going to go to McDonald's, but in my mind, I was like, nah, I'm not going to go to McDonald's every single day, it's boring. So what I would do, I would spend my whole entire day in the bus. I would go a place which take me 2 to 3 hours, and I would go back, and it was actually quite fun. And that's pretty much it. That's the story of the Cancun trip. Thank you for listening. Love you guys. Take it easy. The man. The melody. 9 把勺。 C'est quoi Marine Marchand aussi? Marine Marchand. Aujourd'hui j'ai signé, au revoir la grande. Aujourd'hui j'ai signé, au revoir la grande. Je me suis engagé dans la marine marchande. Je quitte mon trou à ras pour une coupe de 100 piastres. Qu'est-ce qu'un gars ferait pas pour te revoir la face? Oh mon prince charmant, t'as jamais travaillé pis t'es le pire fainéant que la terre a engendré. Un petit peu québécois, reste en paix Carl. Aujourd'hui on fait une dégustation de bouffe, on fait une dégustation de Scourge. Maintenant, Scores, ça a vraiment une belle importance pour moi. C'est vraiment une compagnie que j'aime beaucoup. Mais ce qui est vraiment cool ici, c'est que beaucoup de monde ne connaît pas Scores. Scores, c'est une barre de chocolat. Je sais pas si on a d'autres produits. Je m'en connais si on a d'autres produits. Respectement. Avec respect. Ce qui est vraiment cool, c'est qu'à 21 ans, je reste une petite shop de crème à glace. C'était plus des gelatos, mais de la crème à glace. Puis, on faisait, c'est qu'on avait des. Mon boss, il achetait en vrac, il achetait des méga affaires de Reese's, des méga affaires pas de la crème glacée, de Oreo. Puis nous on faisait des gants, puis on les cassait, pour faire des petites particules pour la crème à glace. Comme ça, c'est quand même maison. C'est quand même, ok, on fait ça à la main, tu vois. La crème glacée de vanille, tu faisais des squares, des Reese's, des M&M, des Oreo. Il y avait une autre chose, c'est quoi? Enfin, j'ai oublié. Ça fait déjà 10 ans, là. Puis un de eux, c'était Squash. Maintenant, pourquoi j'adore Squash? Pourquoi c'est important pour moi? Je vais vous montrer premièrement c'est quoi. Ça va aider. Ça va aider, mais c'est vraiment c'est vraiment mon chocolat préféré à ça, là. Vous allez manger, mon homme, là. Quelque chose de fou, là. C'est cassé? Parfait, je vais pouvoir vous le montrer. Fait que tu vois ça. Fait que ça, c'est du caramel qui est dur. C'est une tranche de chocolat. Le caramel, ça casse très mal. Regarde, ça casse très mal. Fait que surtout à la main, c'est difficile à faire. Puis il y avait une règle, si tu laisses tomber le chocolat sur la table, tu peux le manger. Maintenant, si tu fais de pogner à faire par exprès, là, tu es dans la mort, mais la seule que je mangeais, c'est pas la squash. Puis le squash, j'ai vraiment aimé, parce que c'est encore une fois gratuit. C'est du bonbon. Là-bas, hein, je travaillais. Oh wow. Oh wow. Fait quoi, je travaillais. Une première semaine. Mon mari payé, c'est pas tout là. Oh ouais. C'est vraiment bon. Mais vraiment bon. Le cul. Ouais, c'est vraiment bon. C'est très fin. Le chocolat par-dessus. Je sais pas dire quel chocolat, c'est juste assez pour dire ça. Mais c'est aussi beaucoup de. Le chocolat, c'est pas ma partie préférée, disons. C'est bon, hein. Le chocolat, il est crémeux, il goûte bon. C'est du chocolat normal, tu sais. Chocolat brun, avec du miel, avec du lait. Milk, miel. Ça met comment la sort ici. Wow. Parce que tu parles pas, ça marche ensemble. I'm not the way you dance, you got me in a trance. Moi, la première chose, c'est du chocolat assez crémeux. Avec un caramel qui est assez dur. Quand j'ai assez dur, je veux dire assez dur. Mais c'est vraiment bon. C'est sincèrement bon. C'est drôle que. C'est bien tellement simple. Écoute, si tu regardes la couleur, le plus brun le caramel est, le meilleur qu'il y a. Le plus brun qu'il y a, le plus de sucre qu'il y a. Qu'est-ce qui fait que c'est brun? C'est le caramel. Le sucre qui devient le caramel. Ou la caramélisation de sucre. C'est pour ça que ton steak il devient rouge, il commence rouge puis il devient brun. Toi, t'as acheté la crevette, elle commence mauve, elle devient rouge. C'est la caramélisation de sucre. C'est que ici, tu peux voir qu'il y a beaucoup de sucre et peu de crème. Qu'est-ce qui goûte le plus? La crème ou le sucre? C'est bon. C'est simple. Hum, 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 hum. Hum. Non, ce job-là, je t'ai perdu. Ce job-là, c'est assez compliqué. Ce job-là, j'ai perdu parce que j'avais un ami qui m'a vraiment aidé. Simon Garceau, je t'aime, bro. Simon Garceau, man, un méchant bon gars. Il m'a tellement aidé dans la vie, lui. Il m'a pris sur son aile, un grand frère. Il m'a trouvé une job dans un restaurant. Et pas un restaurant, mais un restaurant sans famille. Le restaurant de sa famille, ça donnait 20 heures par semaine. Mais il dit, regarde, on n'a pas de chiffre, il faut notre job. Il y a une affaire de gelato. Nos voisins font de la gelato. C'est eux qui sont en charge. C'est eux qui sont la meilleure chance. J'ai acheté la gelato. Ça fait 20 heures. Puis là, Simon me rappelle. Puis Simon me dit, hey, je donne toi. Mais Simon me dit, je donne toi, je donne toi dans des événements. La Saint-Valentin, la fête des mères, Noël, Nouvel An. C'est très rare. Là, il a regardé la chef de la gelato m'a dit, hey, t'as deux chiffres ici, là. T'as un chiffre ici, pourquoi tu travailles chez Simon? Puis j'étais honnête. J'ai dit, Simon, c'est lui qui m'a aidé beaucoup. Je lui dois, je suis honnête, je suis loyal avec lui. Il m'a renvoyé. Mais, pourquoi je dis ça? C'est très simple. C'est parce que le score, j'ai vraiment aimé ça. Puis je l'ai cherché, puis j'ai cherché partout, même. Puis j'ai pas trouvé. Puis là, après ça, j'avais plus de job. Bizarrement, j'avais besoin de manger. J'ai allé au Dollarama, acheter des ramen. Pendant un an et demi, là, j'ai mangé des ramen. Là. Dans le temps, c'était 4 pour 1 $, c'est 25 cents le paquet. Pas de taxe. J'en ai acheté pour 30 jours. Je parlais des ramen, j'en mangeais. Là, j'ai mangé pas toute ma vie, mais j'en ai mangé des centaines, mon homme, sincèrement. On est proche du 1000 en plus. Là. Puis au Dollarama, j'ai trouvé les bonbons. Puis j'ai trouvé les Scores. J'ai dit, oh mon dieu, moi, c'est des Scores. C'est une belle petite histoire. Un beau petit souvenir. Puis c'est le fun. Fait que moi, je vous laisse passer une belle journée, une belle soirée. Another man, not you doesn't mind. J'étais à 9.5, ok. You got me up on the dance of God. Got me and all that. You know the way you dance. You got me in a trance. No mind at all, but you know right. When you're on your line. No, me. No. Doesn't mind. Doesn't mind. She doesn't mind. Oh my, where are you, Lord? She doesn't mind. No, she doesn't mind. She doesn't mind. Yo.
Présent auprès de tout le monde. Moi, c'est ça. Moi, c'est ça que je vois dans le chiffre. Là. Je vois pas que, genre, que nécessairement vous êtes des gros gifters, parce qu'il y a du monde qui peuvent avoir accumulé ça au fil du temps. Mais que vous soutenez votre monde régulièrement, c'est ça qui est plus fucking loin.
Ça, dans les fins, c'est d'abord un problème. Top 0 de la Ligue B.
Oh, ben c'est impossible. Allô, Dax, merci pour les cadeaux, merci. J'ai commencé en mars. Shit! Ok, mais là, ok. Moi, genre, je pensais que c'était comme sur plusieurs années. Genre, Dax, merci. Elle aussi veut monter de niveau, man. Merci beaucoup. Et niveau 8, ça s'en vient, ça s'en vient. Merci pour les petits cadeaux.
C'est un acte, mon niveau.
J'ai commencé il y a 3 mois. Allô, mon petit crachat d'amour, comment ça va, ma beautiful?
Je fais ça avec mon niveau 12.
Ouais, moi aussi, j'ai genre niveau 12, puis je me sentais fucking cool. Non, ok, on est des astis vidanges.
Ah, mon Dieu, pas plus.
Ouais, c'est sûr, moi j'ai pas plus, je peux pas, j'ai de la misère à donner plus. La trépiété, ça va bien, merci mon ami. Ton équipe a terminé la première étape de la quête d'équipe. L'équipe Bravo a été débloquée et tous les membres de l'équipe peuvent l'envoyer et fêter l'événement. C'est cool! Merci Dax, merci beaucoup! On t'aime bien avec Casper. Merci Steve. Ah bon, Shadow il l'appelle Natacha. Merci Steve. Merci pour les petits bracelets. Le petit crachat. Hey, c'est ça les petits cœurs. Merci Steve. Yeah!
Travaille donc.
Ils sont bien beaux. C'est des petits cœurs plus genre tabarnouche Steve. 42. Merci. C'est comme des cœurs plus cool. C'est des cœurs évolués dans le genre. Merci Dax pour les fleurs. Merci beaucoup.
Rose blanche.
C'est hot. C'est bien cool, man. Mes cœurs ont évolué en plein de cœurs.
Rose blanche.
C'est Joe. Comment qu'il va, Joe? Merci pour regarder. C'est addictif. Il faut que tu ailles dans exclusif en bas, je pense. Puis un petit peu plus bas, je pense. Voilà. Et il y a comme des étages de cœur. Oh, merci, Dax. Merci beaucoup. Tabarnak. Hey, merci, Steve. Hein. Bonne journée aussi. Merci pour toutes les petites surprises. Puis j'ai vu enfin le petit cœur. C'est cool. Merci, les gars frustrés. Merci. Je pète le feu, c'est vendredi, on fait l'amour avec ouais, mais il va falloir que tu fasses l'amour avec Rosalie, parce que c'est elle qui est dans l'histoire. Et personne d'autre dans le chat. Merci. Tabarnak, vous êtes bien on fire. C'est la gang de fou, Dax, Joe, tout le monde. Tralala, merci, 30 fleurs. Moi, je vais y aller, je vais devoir y aller dans pas trop. Ben non, c'est vendredi. Eh oui, bonne journée, mon ami. À plus. T'es bienvenue quand tu veux, je vais être là un peu aujourd'hui, c'est vendredi fou. Oui, c'est ça. C'est aujourd'hui vendredi fou?
Ouais.
Ouais.
Je sors pas de ça.
Moi, c'est le vendredi du loyer, fait qu'il n'y aura pas de folerie, esti. Non.
Même si tu voudrais faire des foleries.
Il n'y en a plus de folerie, il a tout été envoyé au fucking propriétaire. Hey, coucou. C'est les coucous, elle est...
C'est ça.
Il est diable. Bon, bye. Bye, Big Potato. Peut-être à plus tard.
Love is alright. Oh. Well, actually. Okay, let's go. Ugh. Whoa. Ooh, I get so right, I feel going live, and I do me. Mind, she doesn't mind. She got me up all night. All night. I got the way you dance. You love me in a trance. Oh, you're so right, but you know you lie. It's your lies. Not at all. Nobody doesn't mind. No, she doesn't mind. She doesn't mind. You're so. You know you lie. Made out in the ride. In mine. She doesn't mind. She doesn't mind. The girl. Does you, girl? Yeah. She's up all night. Lord, I got that. She had the way you meant. Not trance. I got you so right. But I know you lie. And I know that all. And it's a dash. And I chose a zero. The mind. She doesn't mind. She doesn't mind. Alright. They got it on me. And I do the get right. Doesn't mind. She doesn't mind. Don't you so? You gotta be just so. Animals. Left it on me, another lie, nothing mind. No, she doesn't mind. She doesn't mind. And I just know she lie. And then nothing on me, doesn't lie. Doesn't mind. She doesn't mind. She doesn't mind. Mais voyons, salut la belle gang. Ouf.